Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, January 5th. And we're looking at the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. Well, another good day, another good range. Market broke out more than I thought it would in the afternoon. Turned out to be a decent opportunity. We were rotational early. Not surprised that we have an inside day, which is huge going into tomorrow, especially after this election. It should provide a really good opportunity. We had a chance for a trend day. It fails. I think B's high is incredibly important going into tomorrow. Our destinations to the downside are incredibly far and wide apart. So a clean sweep by the Dems in this market could take an initial shock based on that, because the market wants checks and balances, but more importantly, because there is no downside really until last month's low. I had a good day, a little upset at myself at two trades I did not take, which we'll get to in a minute. Let's check the Russell and the triple Qs. The Russell actually had a bunch. We had single prints in G, I, and J. I and J got filled. G gets filled in M period. So their trend day fails. Inside day for the IWM. This would be a good opportunity for tomorrow. Triple Qs. They had one set of single prints later in the day. I'm trying to think where they were. Forgot where they were. I think they were K. They got filled. So no trend day, but they do go out with a price probe as they take out K's high. So they go out with a price probe. For us, we're only 6 wide. The only thing we have to lean on is B's high, which is where change took place with the price spike, and we really never saw below it. That's an incredibly visual level because that's the bottom of last week's low. And I'm telling you, all day, as we grinded higher, shorts were putting it out up there, and when J took out and B's high and got into that 4-day balance and last week's low, they covered and they ran. Now, let's go over my trades. I'll tell you the ones I missed, too, that I was a little upset with myself. I only took 3 trades today. They were all from the short side. I traded the 8 puts on A. I traded the 6 puts on my next 2 trades. So I took a short. This was my best trade of the day. I took some heat initially. So A period opened, open drive, ran up. I took a short right below M's low, a small one, thinking we'd front run the overnight high. That did not happen. I was in trouble early. I did the 370 puts. That expired the 8th initially. When it ran up, I added another 15 of the 370s. Well, it continued to run up, so I added, but this time I went with the 372 puts. I put on 125 of those. So I was long, 170 puts overall. And then it started to come back in. I didn't need it to come in a lot because, man, I nailed. Actually, I took that put play. Yes, it was an A. It wasn't B. It was an A. I took that put play really just at about A's high. It came in enough for me where I got paid very, very nicely on both the 372 puts paid me very nicely. I don't even know if I made money on the 370s. I just took those off as it came in and had a very nice trade. Best trade of the day by far. Now, B period takes out A's high. They got nothing for it. So when it went back up in the second 15-minute bar, I was looking to take a short against A's high, and I didn't pull the trigger. And that's one trade that really upset me that I didn't take. If it got above A's high, I'm out. It never happened, and we traded all the way back down. So that's one miss. I took a short in F. I went with the 373 puts that expired tomorrow, the 6. Those worked out as we rolled back over. And then here's another one I missed. So when the shorts got taken to the woodshed in J, I said to the room, if K takes out J's high, I'm not going to look for a short. But if it doesn't, I will. Well, it did take out J's high, and I didn't look for the short. We were having trouble above those single print fill after B's low from the initial balance from yesterday. But here's what I failed to realize. K's high was 4 cents above the SPY's previous 4-week balance high. I did not see that at that time. Shame on me. I should have realized that, because that's number one. Number two, when K came back into J, I should have looked for a short and used K's high as my out. It didn't do it. It came in. Now, I did take a short now, which worked out nicely. I took the 375 puts that I was looking for us to finally get below the 144 and to stop the one-time framing up. We took out L's low. It went back up, put them on. I did it a couple of times. It went back up, added, came off, took them off. I was looking to fill the single prints. Finally took them off when we filled them in M period. So it turned out to be a nice trade. I got in later than I wanted to, not as high as I wanted to, which I could have had in L. I'm sorry, in K. But again, it turned out to be a good day on just 3 trades. Destinations for tomorrow. Upside will be today's high of 372.50. Then the single prints from yesterday, they're still holding one part of the trend day, 372.61, get filled at 373.11, and then you should have the all-time high and overnight all-time high. Now here's the downside. Now yeah, there's not a lot of reference points to the upside, but at least there's still one set of single prints and you still have the all-time high to lean against. Downside is, I'm using B. I think B is an important reference point. So 370.92 is my price spike. Now here's the 3 destinations below there until we get more generated information. 368.05, today's low. 364.82, yesterday's low. And 362.03, last month's low. So I'm telling you right now, if the Republicans win and we hold B's high, we can see an all-time high tomorrow. If the Republicans lose, we can get some pretty good selling, at least short term, as the algorithms get all agitated. That's how I'm looking at it. Now let's go to the charts. Just going to show you the weekly and daily. Here's that 4-week balance high I'm talking about. That, shame on me, I should have realized when we were running up in J, K, and L. I'm sorry, J and K. 372.46. We got 4 cents above it. Once we took it out, came back into that other to J's range, I should have been short. I had a really nice visual reference point to get out. Now, remember yesterday I said on this morning, somebody on Twitter said we have an outside week down. I said, no, we don't. I said, we don't know if we have an outside week down to after the week ends. But look at the way we rallied today. We could have a possibility of an outside week up. So that's why, yes, we had an outside day down. That failed miserably. But to say we had an outside week down, we won't know to the end of the week, my friends. So everything's on the table. Outside week up, outside week down. All on the table for the rest of this week. Okay? And then on the daily, same thing. It's a little more visual. Here's that 4-week balance, 370.83 key level. We close at 371.33. So basically that's B's high. 370.92 is B's high. So B's high is an incredible, important level for me. Inside day. You come out of an inside day. You go with it and you monitor it for continuation or lack of. So depending on how this Senate race goes, you come out of it to the upside, good chance we see all-time highs. We come out of it to the downside, good chance you'll see last month's low at some point. Hope you had a good day trading. Rest up. Have a great night. And we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.